Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This time let's talk about Hamster Combat in trouble. Hamster Combat has found themselves in a very big trouble by virtue of the last update they released on their channel, on their messages. The last message they sent to CEOs has put them in troubles. And I want to share this with you. Please so kindly subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and like our videos, share it, and then comment. Please help us to just support us by just doing these few things: like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you so much. So let's go into the video proper. So let me just show you what is going on with Hamster Combat, with what they said, the last message they sent to all CEOs, and this last message has really landed them in trouble with investors and then with influencers. So let's go and I will show you what they are talking about. So if you come to Hamster Combat channel, their community channel announcement, where they make their official announcement, you will see the news they released on the 10th, and this is what they say. Since our explosive growth began, we have received numerous investment offers from some of the biggest ventures capital firms in the Web3 space. We have turned down every single one. So what are they trying to say? They are saying that investors, big investors, has come to actually invest. And what do these investors do? They buy bulk of the Hamster tokens and then they begin to sell back later. They give them money to give to their to use it to sponsor the project, and then Hamster Combat will now give them in bulk of the token, and they will be the ones selling. Such investors are CES, that is the centralized exchanges. These are big investors, and then you can now go and buy from them when they want to buy. They also do a kind of pre-sales and all that. But then Hamster Combat is saying they rejected all offers from all big investors, and this is a thumbs up for Hamster Combat and a good news for all CEOs. But how does the investors take this kind of news? How will they react? How does this affect the market at the end of the day? We will look into that also. So to this day, if we continue with the message, you will see they say, to this day, Hamster Combat doesn't have any external investors. Why, you would ask? First and foremost, we value you, our players, far more than any investor. Just imagine this kind of statement: we value you, our players, far more than any investor. This is what every CEO would want to hear, but investors will not want to hear this kind of a thing, because of course you are removing food from their mouth. The truth is, Hamster Combat token will be very expensive, will be very valuable. It will be very valuable, but with investors not being involved, it will even be more valuable, because investors are the people who majorly bring down the values of tokens, because they will always sell off immediately the listing is done. They just sell off and then they dump. They make the market to dump. So this is what they are saying, that they value the players, which are the CEOs, more than any investor. So let's go ahead. Then you will now see the only way to obtain the future Hamster token is by playing the game. So if you did not play the game, if you are an influencer who just keep getting only referrals, thinking that you will, because through referrals you just gather all the coin, all the token, you have failed. If you are an investor who just thought that, okay, you just buy from pre-sales and then you will make your money, you have failed. So even as an investor, for you to buy, you will buy from someone who played the game, someone who got from the 60% that will be given to everybody. So if you are an influencer and you just sat there and you were just talking about Hamster Combat and you are getting referrals and you felt because you have 1 million referrals, you will get all the tokens, you have failed. You will get tokens certainly for your referrals, but it will not be as much because there are many other criteria you must meet. So this is a good news to all CEOs who genuinely played this game, and a bad news for all investors and then to all influencers. So if we go ahead with this message, you will see what other things they said. They now said 60% of the total supply is reserved for the players, liquidity for the players, with the rest reserved for providing market liquidity, future ecosystem partnerships and grants, rewarding squads and other items. So of course they are saying 40% of the whole token will be reserved. And what this means is that they are saying that even if all CEOs sell off on the first day, there will still be 40% as liquidity. Of course, not every CEO will sell off all their tokens because they know that Hamster Kombat has a very great future. So what this means is Hamster Kombat has a very massive plan. Unlike what PZTab did, PZVerse did. PZVerse actually had investors and influencers more in their mind compared to the players, and then that is what affected their launching. But Hamster Kombat has taken that into cognizance, and then they are focusing on the CEOs rather than the investors, because these are the people who make the market. The 200 and the 50 something, the 200 and something million people who are following them. So let's go ahead. This approach ensures that everyone has the same opportunity regardless of wealth in Hamster Kombat. Regardless of wealth in Hamster Kombat, everyone can win, and ultimately we all win together. Oh my God, this message is encouraging to all young CEOs, young in the sense that you don't have so much, you are not an influencer, and you are not an investor yet. So this message sounds so good for everybody. So it means they are actually putting the people first. So next, then as a second, too many Web3 projects have built audience only to use them as exit liquidity for their venture capital backers. This has unfortunately become the norm in the industry. Instead of creating innovative projects that create real value and revenue, companies often focus on making a convincing pitch to secure funding, spending it on marketing, conduct an airdrop, or even a public ICO, and then walk away, leaving users holding the bag. Oh my God, this is actually true for so many airdrops right now. You see so many airdrops, they just go ahead and then companies just bring up an airdrop and then they ask us to subscribe, do this one, do that one, and they use us as user base, and they use us to go and give a good pitch to organizations and funders and backers, and then those organizations give them money, and at the end of the day they just abandon those who did the whole work, subscribing and inviting people, bringing in referrals and all that. They just take the money the backers brought, and then they are out of the business, and then we who are the grassroots, who are the ones doing the real job, we are the one holding the bags, meaning we are the one who are left unattended to. So this is very true, and with this I think Hamster Kombat is the people's game. We can rename it as the people's game. We stand against this practice. We want the Web3 space to return to its fundamentals. We invite founders and builders to focus on creating profitable business first. Build for your community and not for the investors. Exactly. So what most of these companies do is all they build is actually for investors and not for the community. So they use the community to get investors and then gather the money and they are out. But Hamster Kombat is saying they are against such practices, and that is why they are not giving any investor any token at all. which means all tokens are going to be given to the CEOs, all players who have played the game. So this is a very good news for us, the CEOs. The only way to purchase the Hamster token is to go to the exchange after the airdrop, where you will buy it from our users if they wish to sell at all. Exactly. So for example, if I get my tokens, and then let's say I have my 1000 tokens and I decide not to sell at all, it means, let's even assume that 1 million people get Hamster token, and then none of the 1 million, or let's say just like 200,000 decides to sell, and then 800,000 who decide to hold it. It means Hamster token will become very scarce, and because of its scarcity, you know the law of economics, the scarce commodity becomes expensive, so the price will shoot up, and you can be it will not be surprising if Hamster token will go as it will become so expensive and become one of the biggest crypto token ever known because of this approach. So this is a very good one. So I am really glad to hear this from Hamster Kombat themselves, and then we hope to expect more news from them. So if you are mining Hamster Kombat, I plead with you to go ahead and take it very seriously, because this is a very good news for every CEO, irrespective of the level you are in Hamster Kombat. Keep mining, keep adding your profit per hour, keep on buying cards, keep on buying skins, and doing all the necessary things they are asking you to do, because this all will accumulate to the number of airdrops you will receive. So I want to also use this opportunity to ask you to go ahead again and subscribe, and then ensure that you like and comment on our videos. We love you, and we'll keep bringing up updates from every way you can make money online, especially in crypto industry, airdrops, forex trading, and other means that are very, very profitable, and that are not scam. We don't bring scam here. So we ensure that every news we are bringing are genuine. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe once again. God bless you.